BetOnline is the world's most trusted betting platform and your number one source for everything football. BetOnline has every stat, every matchup, and even live odds and spreads to bet on during the games. You think you know your stuff? Well, get in on our $200,000 mega contest and pick 5 games against the spread every week for your chance at weekly prizes and a share of $200K. $200,000. It's ridiculous. When the game's over, head on over to our online casino and get in a game of blackjack or poker or unwind with one of our over 150 slot games. Head to the website today to get in the action. Bet online. The game starts here. Next is from John Roddy. The subject is even Bischoff would have to say Dave Meltzer is here. Last week on Dynamite, MVP made his AEW debut and dropped hints that he's coming in with a new faction. What a groundbreaking creative idea for Tony Khan to come up with. What makes this one different is that it will be a bunch of ex-WWE guys teaming up. What would make this really stand out is if Tony Khan booked them to take shots at WWE in their promos. No one has ever done that before, right? You still there, guys? Hello? Now, I'm a longtime Bobby Lashley mark. He's awesome, and it sucks that he's left WWE. Babyface Hurt Business versus Bloodline was money left on the table. But of all the people to talk about how this isn't a good idea, Dave Meltzer is the one making the most sense. This is from Dave, from the Observer, I imagine. If there's people you're going to bring in, I really think you want to bring in younger people. They're already too old as far as like an overall roster. There's too many older wrestlers, and they're good. It's not like they're not carrying their weight. I just think that you want a certain product mix, especially now because their viewership, because they're running older, they've lost that younger viewership. The younger viewership probably will best relate to younger talent, not necessarily guys that are better. Smarter workers, because these guys are, I know that they have some young guys they put on TV like Nick Wayne and others, but it just feels like too many guys in that age group, and MVP is just another one. And there's probably too many ex-WWE guys as well, and we probably got 3 more coming. Sheldon is not a young guy, and Bobby's not a young guy anymore, even though he looks great. K100 team, what do you think of Dave Meltzer's comments? Conrad is a shill, and MJF isn't a draw. Well, we disagree with that last sentence. I disagree with Dave here. Okay, I think the reason that if Dave thinks that the reason they're losing younger viewers is because they don't have they're using older wrestlers. I would argue that WWE is using a lot of older wrestlers and they're taking all their younger viewers to watch their programming. The problem with them using the younger viewers is that show's not interesting enough creatively. Like the angles, they're not putting them in good angles. But younger people want one compelling storyline just like everybody else. You know, I disagree with that statement because it's not like Drew McIntyre's young. It's not like Punk is young. It's not, it's like there's just a lot of older guys over there, and all the younger people went to go watch WWE. So I would disagree with that. Well, what do you think about that?
Well, it's kind of weird because I almost feel like both Tony and Dave are on this, they got to be younger type kick, right? Because back in the day, the older guys held the younger guys down. But you always need older guys, especially if they have name value. You don't have to have them forever, but, I was reading the other day, and I don't know if you guys read this because you're more online than I am, but that Dynamite, whose demo used to skew younger, it now has an older demo, just like WWE. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I think it's always have veterans there that can show people how to work in the ring, how to do promos, how to conduct themselves like professionals. When you got young guys, who are they learning from? Right. And if you can get in Bobby Lashley, who's had over 15 years of WWE TV and used most of the time correctly, you know what I'm saying? Why wouldn't you use somebody like him or somebody like MVP?
Yeah, I think that if they all come in, which it seems to be, I'll be watching AEW for the Hurt Business because MVP is magic on the mic. Lashley, I became a major fan of his last WWE run, aside from some of the bad angles. But Shelton specifically, I've always wanted to see him be able to have a little more freedom and be cut loose out there. So I think hopefully it's not too late and he can tear it up. I'm looking forward to it.
All right, Joe, I want you to pull up, go to this next email, go up to
Ticketmaster?
And look this up.
You know what, Joe? Remind me to ask Dave about this because I seriously disagree.
Okay. Next one's from Greetings from Across the Pond. Listening last week, it was maybe noted, that Meltzer will only come on if there's no disco. Last time I looked, it was K100 with Konnan and disco. Do you really want to go down the busted open TK route? Conan, you're in the fan again. You didn't turn on the air conditioner.
Yeah, good.
Did you really want to go down the busted open TK route? I personally have zero interest listening to Meltzer without him being held to task. Aside questions, who do you think sleeps more? Nice guy Sleepy Joe Feeney or the stripper that Disco used to date? Up the Arsenal. That's from Adge and Telford. The stripper I used to date sleeps way more than Joe, by the way. Like 10 hours a day. Joe, do you sleep 10 hours a day?
No, my problem is I'll be up for 20 and then I'll sleep for 4 and then I'll be up for 12 and I'll sleep for, it's not, I don't have
Right,
a
yeah.
schedule. I don't sleep for a
Right.
long time, but I will just doze off. Yeah.
Right. Interesting. So the question was, so the guy has zero interest. Do you really want to go down the busted open TK route, Coda? We're going to let Meltzer, we're going to let talent dictate who they talk to on your show.
Right, because Tony wouldn't come on Busted with Bubba on there. Right. That's what
Right. So now we're kind of like doing what we're making concessions, but I give my endorsement to Cody and bringing Dave on the show because everybody's listened to this. There's some things that Dave and Conan are going to disagree with, and I'm open to they think that there's a lot of stuff that you guys, Dave, that you and him could discuss, especially the way like a lot of your friends are being treated in AEW. And like how much Dave knows about what's going on there. It's kind of I don't know. It's like.
Yeah, two things on that. I think that I don't know if you're going to be in the comment section, so you can put in comments, and I'll actually tell.
No, I'm just going to give you two questions to ask him.
All right.
I have just
Then
two
I'll do
questions
that.
I want you to
Yeah,
address
okay.
since I want to hear his answer. Okay. Well, what else are you going to say?
No. That if I don't know if you were going to be in the comments or you wanted to give me questions, but you just answered it.
No.
Yeah.
And bro, I actually the bias doing this is to just show how absurd it is. Like the guy's literally doesn't.
No, and I'm going to ask him, bro. I'm going to go, why I don't understand something, Dave. I see you going ham on people all day, every day, at all hours of the people that don't even deserve.
17 followers, 5 followers,
Right.
Yeah.
I don't look at that, but I just look at the fact that any Joe Blow, he's on there answering. I go, that's a part-time job with all the you do. But anyways, I said, so why, if you've never been ambushed, if he's never been disrespectful to you on our show, would you refuse to talk to Disco when you answer everybody else on Twitter?
And he's thrown shade at me and marginalized my contributions to the business.
Right.
On Twitter.
Yeah. What makes him a grifter?
Right.
Yeah. I mean,
Who-
it's like
who's he-
I'd like to
who's he lying
address
to?
that. Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
So those will be the hard questions will be asked.
Okay.
So then
Also,
let's tell the listeners from there, because as Conan said, maybe.
First of all, it hasn't been official yet. We still
Oh,
don't even know.
He just said. He said. I forgot to tell Joe. He said Friday
Okay.
at 11 or 12. No,
Right.
10 or 11.
Interesting.
So based off what Conan just said, maybe Disco be in the comments, we can now tell the people that the Dave interview will be streamed live, so you can watch it as it's going on.
You're gonna stream it live? Interesting. Was he cool with that?
That's correct, right, Conan? We're gonna run.
I will be telling him he's not going to be uncool with it.
Right.
Yo, what's up? I just want to thank you guys for watching this clip. Don't forget to hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And join our YouTube membership for hours and hours of exclusive, unedited, uncensored content. And being a member will help you get involved in our upcoming live streams. Thank you for your support. Thank you for riding with us. I know you got a lot of other podcast choices, be it wrestling or other ones. And thank you for picking us. Boom.